What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down what just came out from NIO, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO pre-market is down 7.82% because of this right here. So NIO announced its proposed offering of new shares. So it looks like they're going to be proposing up to 118 and change million. So that's not all that great. So I'll go over the current outstanding share count and free float rate are kind of in this video, but this I feel like is really blindsiding a lot of individuals because they just had their earnings less than a week ago. They didn't allude to this whatsoever. So it's just a very bad image for NIO because even leading into their recent earnings, there was a lot of news about them not really expanding to the same capacity that they previously thought, and they were going to do layoffs. So they're going to be doing a lot of cost-cutting measures, which generally is a good thing for any company bleeding and whatever. Yesterday, they did a quick 180 and stated that they're not going to be laying off any staff. So and then now you have this. So it's just a very bad chain of chronological events that makes NIO look very, very disorganized. So again, it's not all that great, unfortunately, but 1.91 million shares are being increased pre-market by shorts. 13.61% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 197.19 million shares overall are being shorted. So shorts are definitely pouncing over this negativity. And just so you can kind of see, so that shares outstanding 2.1 billion, free float 1.45 billion. So this right over here, this 118 million, yes, it's a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not all that much. So I think it's like a whatever 10% change or a little bit less than that. So still not all that great though. I'm not here to rationalize that. I do see this as a very negative, but I'm sure you're going to have a lot of individuals speculating that this is going to be for a kind of a joint partnership or something in that capacity, even though it states right here that the company currently plans to use the net proceeds from the equity placement for research and development of smart electric vehicle technologies and new products. So of course, I think reading between the lines, that could be a partnership, but still, I think no matter however you play this, whether it is a partnership or it's just straight dilution through NIO, it's just a very bad image. So let me know your viewpoint on that. NIO does have their monthly numbers coming up fairly soon, so if those do not go according to plan, NIO most likely will be seeing the same levels that they did in 2020, so COVID levels. So that of course is looking back roughly around that $3 range or kind of the high twos. So just anticipate, yeah, it's a very bad kind of chain of events. So let me know your thoughts on that. Right now with it at $3.90 on a technical standpoint, it's trading between this S2 and this S3. So $3.92 is going to be a key point to really get over today and stay above if you're going to see any sort of recovery. Flip side, $3.50 is going to be that strong support. And then a couple of things did come out. There was a new rating just was posted this morning, and so it looks like neutral rating, target $4.70, Macquarie. So it's 470 is pretty good. Of course, I feel like this analyst regrets this rating instantly because with this news that came out today, makes their rating look pretty much very, very damning. But aside from that though, on the actual chart itself, because of today is below all the key pivotal moving averages, so it's now back to being more on a pullback. So right now, it did break below that super trend indicator. Last time it did that was roughly in October, and we already know what happened during that time frame. It went through a very massive downtrend. So potentially that might happen once again. Like I said, I think you're going to have now algorithmic trading really working against NIO. You're going to have institutions really selling. It's not that great of a scenario. The only positive I do want to bring up is looking at stochastic RSI. It is rather oversold. So a good piece of news, let's say they do announce a joint partnership or something in that regard, then you could see a little bit more of a recovery from that, only because it being very oversold. So let me know your general thoughts on that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Give yourself a shout out if you plan on buying today, or if you are kind of done, like want to wash your hands with it. Like, what's your kind of viewpoint on all of that? One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.